Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels say they've carried out their first military operation in the Iran war, firing a barrage of ballistic missiles targeting sensitive Israeli military sites early on Saturday. The group's spokesperson Yahya Sariyah said the Yemeni armed forces will continue to target Israel until it ceases all its aggression on Iran and the resistance axes in Lebanon, Iraq, and Palestine. The escalation also calls into question whether the group would target shipping vessels in the Red Sea, as it had during Israel's war on Gaza. The Houthis now enter the conflict as the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran and Tehran's retaliatory strikes across the region hit the one-month mark, with fighting showing no signs of slowing down. On Friday, Israel targeted several Iranian nuclear facilities, including a heavy water complex in the city of Arak and a yellow cake production plant in Ardakan. Iran's foreign minister says the strikes contradict Trump's promise of no hostilities to allow for diplomacy and warned that Tehran will, quote, exact a heavy price. A double-tap attack on a Saudi military base on Friday damaged several planes and wounded at least 10 U.S. troops, suggesting Iran maintains the capacity to fire missiles with accuracy.
Qatar and Ukraine signed a defense agreement on Saturday during a visit by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Doha. A similar announcement was made earlier in the day on cooperation with the United Arab Emirates on defense, as the Ukrainian leader tours Gulf Arab states amid Iran's aerial campaign against its neighbors. Zelensky has this week visited Saudi Arabia, the UAE and Qatar. Ukraine's president has repeatedly said that what Ukraine needs first and foremost is air defense from Russia's ballistic missiles, in exchange for sharing his expertise and experience in countering Iranian drones. Qatar, together with Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Bahrain, Jordan and Kuwait, sent official requests regarding possible cooperation with Ukraine over its drone countering expertise. Ukraine has sent over 200 drone countering experts to the region, the president said. French police foiled a suspected bomb attack outside a US bank in Paris early on Saturday morning when they arrested a man about to set off an improvised explosive device. The incident took place outside a Bank of America building in the capital's 8th district, a few streets away from the Champs-Élysées. Police arrested the man just after he placed a device made of 5 liters of liquid believed to be fuel and an ignition system. Interior Minister Laurent Nunez has said the investigation has been taken over by France's Counter-Terrorism Prosecutor's Office. Paris Judicial Police and France's Domestic Intelligence Service are also involved in the probe. G7 foreign ministers continue to resist US President Donald Trump's call to send troops to protect passage through the Strait of Hormuz, fearing it could drag them into a dangerous war. The group of 7 made it clear to the US that their countries would only help secure the critical passage for energy exports once hostilities in Iran conclude.
Une fois le calme revenu, ou une fois que les objectifs militaires des États-Unis auront été atteints, ou une fois que le pic des hostilités aura été dépassé, passera nécessairement par un système d'escorte. Un système d'escorte qui permettra d'apporter la sécurité nécessaire pour que la circulation des navires puisse reprendre au plus vite.
Concerning Iran, French Foreign Affairs Minister Jean-Noël Barrot says G7 countries also condemn Iran's move to close the strait, which is affecting countries that are not part of the conflict. That Trump has repeatedly lashed out at European and NATO countries for refusing to set up the mission along the waterway and suggests their participation is not conditioned by talks or a ceasefire.